good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, and welcome to the channel. This is just a quick overview of HTC's new headset, the HTC Vive XR Elite virtual reality headset. I normally don't do or cover hardware here, maybe a few things here and there, but not really any deep dives. It's just mostly quick overviews, but there's not many reviews out there for this headset since not all pre-orders have been shipped out yet. I'm just gonna give my opinion on this headset. I've had it for a week and I'm gonna tell you what I like and what I don't like. There's maybe like 2 or 3 reviews out there and the rest are just a bunch of unboxings. I hate unboxings. So this is not a full review and I don't consider myself an expert in the field, so I'm coming at this from a normal Joe perspective. I do play a lot of VR games, and the headsets I've owned in the past are the Lenovo Explorer, Quest 1, Quest 2, Quest Pro, and now the HTC Vive XR Elite, and my daily driver currently is the Quest Pro. So I mainly bought the Vive XR Elite for PC VR gaming and because I want something lighter on my head. The headset is light and comfortable to wear if you can manage to keep it a little loose, and the overhead strap that it comes with does help a lot in keeping it loose. I think your head shape will matter a lot here. If you put it on tight, which some people might have to do, it does press against your forehead and leaves red marks on it. The battery also presses against the back of your head when you have it tight. If you can manage to keep it a little loose, then you should be fine. But that's just me, and this is why I think it will depend a lot on the shape of your head. Hopefully you don't have to keep it tight. The cable that connects the battery to the headset isn't long, so that might be a problem if you have a really big head. If you get the opportunity to try it out first before you buy, I would take advantage of that, like either from a friend or like from a store. I suggest you try it out. The lenses get foggy real easy, but keeping it slightly loose and wiping them before and after using the headset has definitely helped me out a lot. In glasses mode, comfort is good. No complaints here whatsoever. Controllers and tracking. The controllers feel really light and they seem to be on all the time. I have to leave them charging so they don't discharge, and I can hear them vibrating even when the headset is off while they are charging. I hope an update can fix the problem. The controls, to my surprise, work pretty well. Even bow and arrow games work great, and this could be because of the camera placements. The bottom cameras are more to the right and left sides, so for bow and arrow games, it tracks better than the Quest and Quest 2, in my opinion. And I've been playing a lot of those type of games lately. For everything else, the inside-out tracking is on par with the Quest and Quest 2, and so they did a good job here. The only problem I see with the controllers is if you sweat a lot on your hands, they might be a little slippery, so I'm hoping that some third-party developers come out with grips. Hand tracking. Hand tracking works okay. Sometimes it freaks out when the hands go out of view and come back into view. I don't use hand tracking too much. I use it sometimes to navigate the menus, but I did try the unplugged guitar game and that worked pretty good. But I only played it once for about 20, maybe 30 minutes, so I'm just going off of that. But in general, it does feel a little quirky. If you plan to mainly use it for hand tracking, I would just wait to see if there's an update that fixes it. PC VR gaming. Streaming to the headset. Wireless streaming is not that great, to be honest. It's not to the point where it becomes unusable. It's more like it loses connection for a split second, then it comes back quite often. So games are definitely playable, but games like Synth Riders and like Beat Saber, it's definitely gonna affect your gameplay. So technically speaking, it's games that require a quick response like every single second that will affect it the most, but other types of games should be fine. So my network setup, I use an Orbi router and it's using Wi-Fi 6. My PC is connected directly to the router with an Ethernet cable. We have 4 computers connected to this network along with phones and 2 headsets. So yeah, a lot of devices. Both Virtual Desktop and Oculus Air Link work great with my Quest Pro and my Quest 2 in my room and also in my living room. So I'm pretty sure I have a solid connection despite having all these devices connected to my network. I tried the regular streaming hub and the business streaming hub with different settings, but it didn't help much. I even copied some of the settings from Virtual Desktop and put them in the streaming hub, but that didn't help either. So wireless streaming works, but with hiccups here and there. Virtual Desktop briefly was available on the store, but was pulled out just before I got my unit, so I was unable to try it out. My only option was the Vibe Streaming Hub and the Business Hub. I'm hoping Virtual Desktop will give better results once it gets released. PCVR wired connection. So I used my Oculus Link cable to connect the XR Elite to my PC, and that was working well. It keeps the unit charged, so no complaints there, and the image quality is pretty good. I don't have to tinker with any settings. Everything works straight out of the box. FOV and clarity. Field of view for me, it's about the same as a Quest Pro. There's people that were saying the vertical field of view is bad. It kind of cuts off a little from top to bottom. I'm not seeing that, and I'm not an expert in that, but to me it looks the same. So to me at first it did seem like it was a smaller field of view, but after playing around with it, I forgot about that and realized that it was on par with the Quest Pro. Due to the size, I think that's why I thought it looked smaller. It had a smaller field of view. But after playing for like maybe the first hour or so, I didn't notice it as much, and it felt like it was the same FOV as the Quest Pro, pretty much along the lines. Mobile gaming. Right now there isn't much out there for standalone mode, but in time more games will come. I only tried the Unplugged guitar game and Hyperdash so far, and both seem to work great, so there really isn't much to talk about here, to be quite honest. If you want to use the headset strictly for standalone, you probably should wait to see if more games get released in the standalone store. Overall view. So I probably left out a few things here and there. Overall, I like the headset and I'm keeping it. For now, I will use it wired to my PC and maybe every now and then for PCVR wireless streaming. They have been coming out with updates on the headset, so that's good. I've had this headset for about a week now, and there's been like 2 updates since I've had it. They are working on getting these issues addressed. So the only real problem here are wireless streaming and hand tracking so far from my point of view. There has been a lot of mixed reviews out there, so I suggest you go to their Discord and Reddit pages to get more insight on this headset before you buy it. Don't just take my point of view of it. I'm just giving you my point of view, and you should take other points of views into consideration. I'll have links posted in the description of Discords, Reddits, stuff like that. Obviously, everybody's computer's different. Everybody has different network setups. So a lot of this stuff, problems vary. So it would be wise, click on some of those links if you're on the fence about buying this headset. So do I think this headset looks better than the Quest Pro? Probably not. The Quest Pro looks clearer. The colors are more vibrant. And it works really well. If HTC can fix all their problems, then I would definitely switch over to the XR Elite and use it as my daily driver. I would take comfort over looks any day because graphically Quest Pro does win, but not by a lot. That's all I got. Thank you for watching this video.
Let's get it.